All right, what's in the box? Our preview for big time theatrical blockbusters coming out in theaters this time this week. Joker 2. Subtitle I never really learned. Klein, what is the subtitle for Joker 2?
Folie à deux.
Folie adieu. Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga, I should say, and a cast of others. The follow up to Todd Phillips' Joker box office smash from a few years ago, one of David Thompson's favorite movies. Let's go through the forecast real quick. It is currently forecasting for a domestic opening of 50 to 80 million opening weekend. And just a little baseline opening weekend for the Joker was 96.2 million, which was a huge success, way over projections back then. And just a little additional context, the Batman opened at 134 million. So projections are currently lower than the franchise, and we will see. This has been an interesting promo run. David Thompson, box office correspondent, 50 to 80 million is the forecast. Why will this movie go over?
Man, why will it go over in a world where going under is the trend? It will go over if people are reminded this movie's coming out and people show out that liked the first one and are interested in seeing the next one, slash the name brands, right? Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga. I am curious about the Lady Gaga presence here. Because for me, months and months and months ago, kind of projecting, looking forward to Folie à I was thinking this is gonna kill once again. First off the box office, I definitely was on that train. This movie's gonna, do wonderfully at the box office, and a lot of that has to do with Lady Gaga, and that's kind of the thing that I'm not quite moving off of yet. The buzz in general is trending downward because there's just a lack of buzz. I guess is kind of the best way of putting it. But I do think Gaga joining this cast, the fact the first one was a surprise 96.3 and a surprise or 9.2 and a surprise $1 billion movie. So maybe this one will once again surprise, but I don't think the water cooler talk is going to be there as much. And I think also, well, we'll save it for under, you know, it may not be as good of a movie.
Yeah, yeah, and let's dive into that. It'll go over for the name brand. Why will it go under?
Under is just because people are not really paying attention to the fact that the movie's coming out, which might
Yeah.
be an issue in terms of marketing. There are so many people, ourselves included, where it's like Joker's coming out Friday. Like what? Okay, and it's like it seems secondary. I feel like if this was, you mentioned the Batman, if the Batman 2 doesn't make any sense because the Penguin's currently going on, but if the Batman 2 was releasing on Friday, me and Matt would have been revving up for the last 3 months for that release, right? And for the Joker, we're like, yeah, we'll go see it. I'm gonna go see it twice and see it with Jack, and then we'll review it next week. And it just kind of is what it is. And like even for me and Matt, who were like, do the pod and love this stuff, and I love the Joker. It's coming and going, which is so crazy to me, and that's a really unfortunate thing. Part of that is the musical of it all. The reviews coming out are not very positive, and there's a lot of worry about cinema scores we mentioned earlier, and just in general, like audience reactions, where a lot of it's not the movie you'd expect, but not necessarily like a positive way, and that, as a fan, is making me a little bit worried as well.
Yeah, Klein, what has been your Joker 2 journey? Like, where was your hype level when the first trailer came out, Burke Baccarat, what the world needs now, and where has it gone, come, and went, and where are you at now?
I am one of the people that totally forgot this movie was coming out this week. I
Love
guess
it.
October snuck up on me. I was
Yeah.
planning on catching up on a few things that I haven't seen, Transformers 1, Wild Robots, stuff like that. But I guess I'm gonna be going to see Joker 2 this weekend. My journey coming to this point, I did not like Joker 1 really at all. I am a hater, and I don't think I like this one very much. The Lady Gaga of it all kind of gets me excited, and I liked the first trailer a lot. I
Lot.
think that the Burt Bacharach drop was amazing,
Yeah.
but I had hope that maybe they would subvert my expectations a little bit coming off of the first one with this change of this like making it more of this jukebox musical and bringing in Lady Gaga and doing all this. And then the reviews came out and all of that just like kind of air deflated from my balloon. So I don't think it's going to be very good. I don't think it's going to be doing super great at the box office either. So we're here.
We'll see. I'm almost more intrigued to see it than I am excited, because like we've had these before where a trailer comes out, it looks fucking amazing, and we're all excited about it. A couple bad reviews come out and definitely, water down expectations, but I've never seen expectations come to a standstill as much as I did when these first reviews for Joker 2 came out. And also those reviews came out like a month ago. Like
Yeah.
the first
they had confidence in
looks,
it. They brought it to festivals. They were like, this is going to be a festival movie. We need to get this out now. We need people to see this as soon as we can. And it was not what they thought it was going to be.
yeah, it's insane to see, because you're absolutely right, Klein, because when they do the first looks earlier, it's because they want people to see it and talk about it leading up to it. And unfortunately, it didn't go the way they wanted. But I think about Shang-Chi, we got those screeners like 3 weeks before that movie came out. And then you watch the movie and you so see why, because you want to tell people how great it's going to be, and the reasons why you're going to be excited about this movie. For it to be first looked a month ago, I've just never seen, maybe not even negative, but just like non-excited reviews stop a movie's excitement so harshly. And I cannot wait to see this movie, if for nothing else, to see what they saw in it and what missed. You know what I mean? It feels like there's a very fundamental disconnect between execution and what they were going for here, based on kind of reading the tea leaves of this promo run. And I'm intrigued to see what that's going to look like. And when the trailer came out, when the concept came out of the musical and all those things we talked about on this podcast, it has the opportunity to be a bit of a mess. It feels like, are you doing a little too much at once kind of thing? It's like going to a restaurant that has like hamburgers, pizza, and seafood. There's no way you can be doing all of this well. So are you doing any of it well? And I'll be interested to see what the MVPs and LVPs of that movie are going to be, because it's going to be an interesting ride for sure. But I'm excited, comic book movies back in theaters. I'm excited to rewatch Joker.
Yeah, I'm excited to rewatch it. I'm excited to discuss it too, in terms of like, on the pod and everything. I think it'll be fun. I feel like, but anecdotally, and that kind of ties into like the projection here, I feel like less of my friends are going to go see it than the first one. I feel like that first movie, Joker, everyone loves that character, right? It looks so different. It looked dark. It looked like a bounce back after Jared Leto, and it ended up being this whole different, crazy conversational movie, right? They got people talking, still talking to this day, polarizing, but popular. And I don't know about this one. This one feels like the sequel that didn't need to happen, that they said from the beginning didn't need to happen, but is happening because of money, costing more. The cast and the crew are getting paid a ridiculous amount for this one, and it's gonna not perform as well as the first one, which I think was the expectation globally going in. But opening weekend, you'd expect some juice.
Not being good as the first one is not the problem here. It's not being as good as the trailer, really, is what it is. And it'll be interesting to see. So David Thompson, 50 to 80 is the gap. That's the forecast. What is your pick? Where will this movie land opening weekend domestically?
Yeah, I've been kind of juggling with this, and I feel like honestly, maybe later this week, I'm not making any excuses, but I feel like later this week it'll be even more like, tight in terms of like where this is going to land. The ticket sale, I didn't mention this in under earlier. Apparently, like the pre-sale tickets aren't great, which you would totally expect for this film.
I got wide open theaters, man, all across Indiana.
Yeah, so there's that. I'm going with 64 million as my line. I think there is enough DC fandom, Joker 1 fandom. Once again, by the way, guys, like listening, this is an R-rated movie. Which we're in the age that doesn't matter. Joker 1, Deadpool and Wolverine, whatever, man. Yeah, right. Just make it R-rated. Penguin, F-bomb this, F-bomb that. Everything's R-rated. We're all, no one's innocent anymore. 8-year-olds are going. What does it matter? Don't care. Put it in theaters. I think that's going to play a part in this. This
Yeah.
is not the four quadrants that Klein mentioned earlier when it comes to Wicked. This is going to be a movie that some people that saw the first one that, added to that $1 billion aren't going to come back. And I think that's going to be the case in a lot of ways. And yes, and even 64 might be generous.
Yeah, 64 is your line. I think, it's a safe one, but I'm going under here, and we talked about all the reasons I might go under for the movie's sake, but I'm also going under because of what theaters are right now, guys. Wild Robot is this nebulous thing that everybody's talking about, but like I never even saw coming. Apparently, it's like an animated Oscar favorite already, all these different things. And then you also got Transformers 1 that is stunning people. Like people are so excited about Transformers 1 after
But no one's
finally
seen
seeing
that.
it.
Doing
It
terrible.
has bombed at the box office.
Is
as
that
well.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's done terribly.
I didn't even see those numbers. All I see on Twitter is how great it is.
But the bombing is not helping in terms of Joker. It's like people aren't going to the theaters necessarily. And there's a lot out. Like Klein was saying, he wants to catch up. There is a lot out in theaters. And now Joker's just going to add to the mix. But Joker will be taking over. By the way, just had to throw this out there. PLFs, like, it's going to be getting those like premium screens, IMAX. It's you can watch it in 70 millimeter, similar to Oppenheimer, if you want to do that. Not going to be quite as popular for people, but you can if you want to.
It's a $28 Joker 2 ticket. All right. So David wins 64. I went under. Klein, do you have a pick? It can be an over under. You can throw a number at us. Where's your box office projection here?
I'm gonna say under, and I think it'll hit somewhere around 50. The Marvels made 47 a year ago. Just putting that out there. I think that
Yeah.
it'll be somewhere around there.
Man, that'd be
Okay.
so crazy to me. You're right, though. I mean, the Marvels tanked fast in the sense of like the tracking.
And that's what they've been comparing the pre-sales, like the ticket
Yeah.
pre-sales. It's been the Flash and the Marvels are the two names that keep coming up.
I mean, it's crazy because like that's the thing with all these movies, even the Flash with all that they had in a way they had a good marketing campaign because you kind of
They had
started to
Tom
believe.
Cruise out there saying it was going to save cinemas.
Yeah, it's like you started to convince yourself this is going to be good. I thought the movie actually was a little bit overhated looking back, but anyway, with the Marvels was like MCU. There is the floor for a Marvel movie. It came crashing down with that one. Like, and maybe same with this, even though DC obviously can do a lot worse than probably what Joker 2 is going to do.
Hey, David,
Hey,
the Marvels or the Flash? Pick one.
it's a better movie.
Yeah.
The Marvels.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like the Flash. Quickly on the Flash, it loses itself, and in a lot of it's terrible. The dynamic they had with the two Barrys, like there was a moment there. I'm like, this is a cool movie. Like I'm having fun watching it. There's like a 40-minute, 30-minute stretch there, right when like the two Barrys meet. You get Michael Keaton. I'm having a great time.
The spaghetti.
Everything was Supergirl. Yeah, Spaghetti was awesome. Supergirl, the end of that movie, Zod coming back, absolute garbage. And like just and bringing, like Christopher Reeve at the end.
Pulled up in the car.
Oh my God. I like that. That was fun.
I like that part.
So did I. It's just
That's the DCU we're in now, by the way. That's what they said.
Yeah.
That's it.
I get it. Speedy Gonzalez. I've done it. It's very fun. He's just trying to calm him down. It's funny. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been What's in the Box for Joker 2.